City of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana, as the boys Class AA basketball third place game is about to tip off between the Rocks of Rock Island and the Steelmen of Joliet. Hello again, everyone. Joe Passion back with you. Last week, the Class A tournament was a game of last-second winners. This week, it's been a game of last-second losses. These two teams, though, hope to make it up in this game. Let's first take a look at the map and find out where the two teams originate from. Rock Island, the visitors here, are, of course, in the northwest portion of the state along the Mississippi River in the Quad Cities, and Joliet, a far southwest suburb of the city of Chicago. Now, take a look at both towns. Well, let's travel down them via the Country Company's town footage for both Rock Island and Joliet. Located in northwestern Illinois on the banks of the Mississippi River, Rock Island is home to 47,000 Illinoisans. A blue-collar, hard-working community. New plans are being made, and new structures are going up. Rock Island is quite scenic and has many recreational outlets, and nowhere is March Madness more revered than by fans of the Rocks. The region of Joliet was first settled way back in 1818 and became a city in 1852. In its early days, Joliet was a large producer of steel, using the Illinois waterway for transportation. Today, Joliet is still a hard-working community. The downtown area has been revised as a banking and legal center, but the biggest change has been the merger of the two high schools, Joliet West and Joliet Central, 2 years ago. Together, they hope to bring home the first state basketball championship trophy since 1937. So the Rocks will try and dent the Steelmen here in this consolation game of the AA quarterfinals and on through this third-place game, and we'll be back to present that for you right after this word from our network sponsor, Ford. March Madness is brought to you in part by Country Companies. When it matters most, the country's behind you. The dairy farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Milk, help yourself. Ford, home of 5 of the 10 best-selling cars and trucks in America. By Zenith, the quality goes in before the name goes on. And by Mountain Dew, do the do.
Have you got cabin fever? Well, your local Ford dealer has the cure. Right now, you can get a great deal on every new Ford car and truck in stock, including 5 of the 10 best sellers in America. And now, for a limited time, you can get $1,000 cash back on Ford's 2 great minivans, Ford Windstar and Ford Aerostar. So see your local Ford dealer today and put some color back into your life.
With so many viewing choices, Zenith makes selecting and recording programs simple at last. Featuring Starsight, the only on-screen program guide that lets you select any show, anytime, and record at the touch of a button. Available now with Zenith's best picture ever, Zenith with Starsight. See them at your Zenith dealer.
Back live here at Assembly Hall, the Rocks against the Steelmen in the third-place game. And to handle the play-by-play, let's send it over here to my good buddy, Lee Hall. Lee?
Thank you, Dash and Joe Passion. So long, and we'll talk to you in just a little bit. This close. That's how close Joliet and Rock Island both came to being in the championship game. Kenny McReynolds, they have to put the disappointment of this afternoon behind them and come up with the gumption to play in this game tonight.
I tell you, the morning session was outstanding. One team lost by 1 point, one team lost by 2. The question, do they have anything left for that third-place championship game? We'll see in a minute.
Both teams had a chance to win at the buzzer. Josh Elston for Rock Island, the heartbreak kid in the second game against Harvey Thornton. He just missed a prayer from three-point range that would have won the game for Rock Island.
He had 14 points, 4 3-pointers, and at the buzzer, his three-pointer rolled out. And boy, but I tell you what, Lee, he can stroke that three-pointer. Look at this on the left side there. That's almost almost an NBA range, so we know Josh Elston will have to be watched very closely tonight.
He led a great comeback attempt by Rock Island there in the third quarter. In game one, it was Gary Bell and Joliet just falling short against Peoria Man.
Yeah, well, Gary Bell had 16 points, 11 rebounds this morning against Manuel. He's a two-time All-Stater. Going to Notre Dame, you will have to contain Gary Bell. Look at the nice spin move. He gets the baseline, the nice scoop layup. He's left-handed. You want to push him to the right, but Gary Bell, you're going to have to stop him tonight.
It's the battle for bragging rights on I-80. Joliet and Rock Island coming up next in the third place game. We will be back at the Assembly Hall after these local messages.
Centuries ago, an ingenious Italian chef created a masterpiece called ravioli. At Contadina, we've taken that passion even further with our chicken and rosemary ravioli. Like all Contadina refrigerated pastas, it's always freshly made for a tender-hearted taste that's hard to resist. Try it with our new pesto with sun-dried tomatoes and create your own masterpiece. Contadina refrigerated pastas and sauces, the freshest ideas in Italian cooking.
Call Shakey's and let Shakey's take care of your holiday parties, birthday celebrations, or other family gatherings at just a moment's notice. Starting at $3 per person, Shakey's will bring their buffet right to you. You can have an entire buffet right in the comfort of your own home without lifting a finger. Well, except for when you call 868-2220 for the best buffet in town. Delivery is available with a minimal charge, and the delivery area is limited. So call and find out more about Shakey's catering service today.
Lights last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting lineups for tonight's third place game, featuring the Rocks of Rock Island High School, winner of this game with a record of 27-6, and the Steelmen of Joliet Township High School, who come into this game with a record of 29-3. At forward for Rock Island, the 6'5" junior, number 32, Pete Michael. At forward for Joliet, a 6'5" senior, number 40, Gary Bell. At the other forward for the Rocks, it is 6'5" senior, 23, Monte Jenkins. And at the other forward for the Steelmen, a 6' senior, number 10, Joel House. At center for Rock Island, a 6'7" senior, 33, Josh Elston. And at center for Joliet, a 6'3" senior, 32, Oku Satcher. At one of the guards for Rock Island, 6'1", and a senior, number 20, Brad Wilson. guard for Joliet, a 6-foot senior, number 11, Rory O'Connell. At the other guard for Rock Island, a 5'8" senior, number 14, Taman DC. At the other guard for Joliet, a 5'11" senior, 23, Michael Mines. And introducing the head coaches from Rock Island in his 15th season at Rock Island, Duncan Reed. And for Joliet in his 14th season, Mike O'Connell. Your officials for this third place game.
All right, we'll see what both teams have left for Rock Island in the starting lineup. It's Jenkins and Michael at forward, Elston at center, VC and Wilson at the guards. For the Steelmen, number 3 in the state, Bellenhouse, Satcher at center, O'Connell and Mines. And let's take a look at the team comparisons brought to us by American Eagle and American Airlines Cargo.
Pretty even. Yeah. Joliet gets the advantage in field goal. Rock Island 3-point free throws. Rebounding Joliet. That, of course, is due to Gary Bell. Size and quickness. We split right down the middle.
Gary Bell and Monte Jenkins are
A little excitement here on press row. Yours truly dumped his soda pop all over the place, so we're kind of...
Well, thank goodness for you, you missed my pants.
Would have rolled right off of those, wouldn't it? Sporting the leather tonight. And here comes Monte Jenkins with a steal right off the bat. Elston.
Well,
he made that one.
Picks up where he left off this afternoon.
Elston's jumper gives Rock Island a 2-0 lead. Duncan Reed has finished 4th twice down here at state. His best finishes, so a 3rd place trophy would be an improvement for the Rocks. There's the longtime coach. Rock Island, 15 years at Rock Island, 8 years in Lincoln.
Chance to talk to some of the Joliet players before the game tonight. They're really loose. They're still happy to be here, and they want to send Coach O'Connell out if you have to travel out with a trophy. And Mike O'Connell, before the game, I was talking to him, and he's happy to be here. Of course, he wanted to be in the championship game. He came up a bucket short, but he told me, hey, a 3rd place trophy would be a great thing to take back to Joliet.
Well, it's got to be disappointing, and when you're younger, those things are tougher to get over, I would think, but doggone it, it's a game, and you got to come back and play right away. It's disappointing. It's a tough test, I think. The 3rd place game is a tough test for all teams as we take a look at the team notes there.
But see, the 3rd place game is where your pride comes into play. And if you have pride, you come out and you want to play, no matter if it's 3rd place, 4th place, 8th place. You want to win. That's why they keep score. So the object of the game is to score more points, and your pride has to come into play. With Elston again, along to. He almost had a 3. Well, another bucket for Josh Elston. He has all 4 of Rock Island's points.
Perfect from the field. 2-2.
And it's a quick timeout. Now the steal.
Timeout.
4-2 our score. 6:26 to go first. One of your network sponsors is Country Company.
You know, living out here is uneventful.
Yeah, nice and quiet. Hey, something happens every now and then. Fortunately, you and Country Companies keep things from becoming catastrophes.
Country Companies. It's nice to know when it matters most, the country's behind you.
You're even helping us plan for our future.
If we make it that far.
Extreme mountain biking, 45 miles an hour.
Did it.
65 miles an hour.
Done it.
Blindfolded.
Been there.
Then a 4,000-foot vertical drop. tried that. All while slamming a dew. Nothing's more intense than slamming Mountain Dew. Oh yeah, no shoot. Just kidding. Decent.
And game notes for the Steelmen of Joliet Township, their second consolation game appearance. They finished third back in 1970, and of course it's the last game for Mike O'Connell. Our officials tonight, Tom Abramowitz and Mark Newquist. Rocks out to a 4-0 lead in this third place game. Coming up after this, it's Harvey Thornton against Peoria Manual for the state title. Elston misses his first shot of the game. Michael wisely kicks it out front to Taman Vesey.
Hey, Vesey really loves to put that ball between his legs and just whirl like he's making a figure eight.
Ahead to Gary Bell. Two-time All-Stater, cannot get the roll.
Made it up too far. Has to be aggressive. Has to slam him. Be strong. The ball won't break.
Monte Jenkins for three. House had a nice ball game this afternoon. He's fouled by Vesey. Joel House had 16 points against Manual.
Well, what I liked about House that play, Lee, was that, see, he saw no one was about to stop him. So there was nobody in his way, so he just went coast to coast. If nobody steps in and tries to stop the penetration, why stop? Just keep going. And that's exactly what he did.
He did that this afternoon. Remember, he had the fast break bucket down here at the other end?
And nobody gets in your way. Nobody tries to stop the penetration. So you just go for the layup. As we look at Mike O'Connell in his last game as coach, I asked him who was taking over next year. He said they haven't posted it yet. So all your high school coaches out there, you did a pretty good job available at Joliet.
How about the job Mike O'Connell's done? 14 years as a head coach in the Joliet community, 237 and 144.
And he said 2 years ago he wanted to get out. Oh man, his son's down injured.
Rory O'Connell
with the trainer looking at him.
He didn't catch what happened. He hit the floor pretty hard.
Yeah,
though.
he
I
really
could hear
did.
the thud. Kind of screen from our angle.
The trainer looking over Rory O'Connell. Now here's your medical doctor.
Rory's a 6', 160-pound senior. With 7 assists earlier today against Manual. He is up to a sitting position, and that at least is a sign. Well, thank goodness. You never want to see anybody get hurt.
He's okay.
Last game of his career. The senior and his father going out together.
I'm sure Joe will have a report for us.
4-1.
Oh, nice move by House.
House will have a chance to tie the game.
Number 10, Joel House.
Beautiful move by House. Nice bounce pass. Now House on the right side. Now watch the body control. Little language. Ooh, Jenkins hits him right on top of the face, but Joel House with the three-point play to tie the game at 4 apiece.
His mother must have never told him not to hit a guy with glasses. We're tied 4-4. Joel House with all 4 points for Joliet. Here's Taman Vesey. Kicks it back out. Corey Jenkins now into the ball game for Rock Island, and a foul will go against Gary Bell.
Joliet foul on number 40, Gary Bell, his
First on Bell. LT Boyd into the ball game now for the Rocks.
Joliet.
He replaces
Rock
Wilson.
Island 34, LT Boyd is into the game, replacing Brad Wilson. Outbound Rock Island.
Nice give. Monte Jenkins with the bucket on the nice pass from Boyd. three-point attempt by Michael Mines, who had the three-pointer that would have won the game against Manual this afternoon. Jenkins again, 2 in a row.
2 in a row for Jenkins. Well, it's nice to see that each team that come out playing hard despite really tough, close losses earlier today.
Well, it's still early in the game, but I'm really impressed with the legs. I mean, they all seem to be getting up and down the floor all right. Nobody's any slower than they were earlier today.
Well, I guess you have all year to rest.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure you don't have to practice tomorrow.
Easier to bounce back when you're 18, too, or 17. Let's go to Joe Passion.
All right, guys, Joliet trainer Shane Howes tells us that Rory got hit in the throat. He's icing it. He's fine, though, but it's appropriate that his father's been suffering from a sore throat all week. And I think the O'Connell household, one way or the other, is going to be a quiet one later this week. Back to you two.
Hey, Joe, ask, what's her name, Jane? Ask Jane, will he be able to play in the game? Will he be able to come back?
He replaces
Oh, he will. Okay.
John Ford, number 42, is into the ballgame now for Joliet.
You would hate a senior to be injured in the basket game. It's good news that he will be able to come back.
Inside, oh, look at Monte Jenkins with the rejection. Here comes Pete Michael.
Beautiful rejection by Jenkins in the outlet to Michael, who goes up for the layup, but he's fouled by House.
Joliet foul number 10, Joe House, his first.
Watch the block.
This one is a shooting foul.
Over, and man, that is a clean block. John Ford went up for the dunk, is blocked, then they come back down, try to get the fast break in the layup, but Michael was fouled as he completes his first free throw.
Monte can get off the floor in a hurry. Pete Michael, the #1 scorer in this IHSA tournament. They keep stats from the Sweet 16 on. He's averaging 19 points a game. 10-4. Joliet answers. Joel House has all 6 points.
Good weak side.
There's a good rejection at the other end.
Well, Joliet ran the fast break well that time, but the shot that was taken by Dwayne Edmonds was well off the mark. They just couldn't complete it.
Chip Bates had to block that last time down the floor. They got the freshman for a travel. Luke Woods.
33, Alston, and number 43, Andy Milton are into the Rock Island lineup. Number 11, Rory.
More substituting, and we will probably see a lot of young men play tonight.
O'Connell's back. That's always a nice sign. Yeah, I'm sure the second half, a lot of players will play, as these young men have to get tired sooner or later.
Andy Milton is also in there for Rock Island.
Bell with a long three, looking forward with the rebound.
John Ford's first bucket of the game. The first Steelman other than House to score. I may be wrong, but I think Milton got a haircut since this afternoon.
Did he?
I think he did. I'm almost sure of it.
I think you're right.
Chip Bates lays it in. Where's our fashion patrolman, Joe Passion? I think he's going to check. Number 43, Andy Milton, had a little bit longer hair, if I'm not mistaken.
14, come on, BC, back in the lineup. It's
He's going with the Burr cut.
Joliet.
I think you're right.
Very interesting.
I'm sure somebody may have had a pair of clippers.
I think he's staying in our hotel. It could have been going on while we were sleeping last night.
Or, yeah, or for this battle in between sessions.
Yeah, I know he had the longer hair last night. I don't know about today.
Second, third team on Joliet.
Now, watch this. As Gary Bell tried to steal.
Bell for the Steelman. Out of bounds.
It's been a tough start. The Steelman. O'Connell got hit in the neck. We will have a haircut update from Joe Passion coming up. We're tied at 10. And how appropriate. What a great segue. What a great segue. The foul is on Andy Milton. Joe, let's hear about his hairdo.
Well, Andy Milton has moved into the finals of the Dash and Joe Passion Statement on Fashion Club. His mom this afternoon between sessions decided it was time he needed a haircut. And she gave him one back at the hotel. And it's a good thing you guys weren't roaming around there, although I don't think it could have helped Kenny at all.
Oh, hey.
Actually, I could use a little trim.
I get my hair cut Wednesday. I get my hair cut once a week, Joe.
Whether he needs it or not.
Right, once a week. So Mom gave him a haircut. Let's see if we can find Mom.
I want to get the name of that report again. The Dashin' Joe Passion report on fashion. Is that it? Oh, beautiful. Do we really? Great. We're going to see a before and after look. It's a third place game. We've got to keep ourselves entertained, right, Kenny?
I like the after look. You know, if you look at my hair, I don't have much, so I kind of.
It's a similar look to yours.
Yeah,
I got to say.
I like the after look.
45.9 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Joliet, Rock Island tied. We can kid around a little bit. There's been a bit of a scoring drought for both squads. Ford with it, way out top. He drives, puts it up, and he's fouled.
I think once you put some weight on Ford, you can be a good basketball player. All right, there he is now.
There's the after. There, see, yeah. See?
I see why he cut it. Because, you know, the little bang look on the top.
Well, that's how I remember that he got a haircut.
Yeah.
Now, how's that for observation? I think I should get some observation points.
See the bangs on the top. Yeah, Mom, wherever you are, Mom, good job. Good job.
Oh, having a little fun at Andy Milton's expense.
Now, knowing Joe, he'll find Mom and get the story on the haircut.
John Ford, the miss at the line. The Rocks will get a last shot at it as time winds down here in the first quarter. 17 seconds.
I really like their point guard position.
Really a couple of well-coached teams, and look at the Rocks execute. Michael the dunk. House just missed the three. Mines follow, wouldn't have counted had it gone. And it's a 2-point Rock Island lead after 8 minutes of play. We will return after these local messages.
The Chicago-style bungalow was originally designed to house families in a stylish yet affordable manner. This is not unlike the totally redesigned Chevrolet Lumina LS. The bungalow features stained glass windows, a Spanish tile roof, and distinctive arches. The all-new Lumina LS, on the other hand, sports dual airbags, four-wheel ABS, distinctive new styling, and more interior room than Camry or Accord, though it still fits quite nicely in your garage.
It's time to get serious about dinner. At Denny's, it's prime cut prime rib.
Because the prime just $5.99.
Thick, juicy prime rib, steaming baked potato, just $5.99.
It's hard to believe. Because the prime just $5.99.
This is prime rib. $5.99 prime cut means our most popular size prime rib. This can't last.
Because the prime just $5.99.
Only at Denny's, where value hits a grand slam every day.
The King of the Hill three-point showdown, the Country Company's three-point showdown coming up. Brian Hatteberg, the Class A winner, Greg Moog out of Crystal Lake, the Double-A winner, and they will face off coming up. 12-10, Rock Island leads this third-place game. Lee Hall and Kenny McReynolds from the Assembly Hall in Champaign. Both these teams will take home a trophy and finish off excellent years.
Nice trophies, medallions, medals. And also I saw over there basketball. Everyone will autograph the basketball, and it will go into the trophy case at each school. As we look at the first quarter stats, Joliet shooting 27%, Rock Island 39, no three-pointers yet. Pointed in paint, of course, Joliet with the advantage.
Now maybe a little of the fatigue showing up there in the shooting percentage. And there's, you know, we talk about the disappointment of not being in the 8 o'clock game as Oku Satcher gets the block. He will be fighting off a lot of blocks this ball. He will play linebacker here for Fighting Illini.
He looks like a linebacker. Look at his arms.
Very physical Joliet team.
Watch Oku Satcher come over right there. Man, look at the arms on that guy. You know, Gary Bell was an outstanding football player, but after his sophomore year, he gave it up to concentrate on basketball. But he would have been all-state in football as well as basketball.
Wilson makes both free throws. Now into the ball game, Corey Jenkins. And what I was going to say, finishing third or fourth is an excellent year. And to think of how close both these teams came to being in that championship game.
Each of them came within a basket.
They had and they both had a shot at it too. Joe Passion, let's have an update.
Okay, this is the haircut update.
There you are.
Correction on the last report. The cheerleaders now tell me that it wasn't Milton's mom, but yet his own teammates, Tim and Bessie, who were in the locker room, or rather in the hotel this afternoon. And this is straight from Milton's girlfriend, Emily, the cheerleader, and she should know, because she won't have any fingers, or rather any hair to be rolling her fingers through. So that's the story behind the hair update. And Ken, I think you look marvelous.
Hey,
just the way you are.
Ask her, does she like the haircut?
Jeez. Andy Milton with a coconut hairdo, boy. I'm starting to...
She said no.
She doesn't like it. No.
She says she doesn't like it.
Ask her if she liked the other one.
Ask her if she liked the one with the bang.
My, yeah. This is a current affair. There's Taman Vesey, perhaps a future in hairstyling, or perhaps not. She liked the other hairdo. And hopefully that brings an end to this hairy tale.
I like the other. He's wide open.
There he is. Now nobody recognizes him. He's sneaking around now. Milton, his first two. Michael Mines with his first bucket of the evening. I need a haircut. I don't think I'm going to go see Taman after the game.
I think I may.
16-14, Rock Island with a 2-point lead. 5:50 to play, second quarter. Inside Milton, and he gets bumped by Satcher.
Nice touch pass by Jenkins back to Milton. When you get bumped by Satcher, you're really bumped.
You know it. He missed all but 12 games with a broken ankle. Oku Satcher did.
Nice touch pass right back to Milton. And you put Milton up against an all-state linebacker, Oku Satcher. He's not going to win many of those going at one-on-one.
Milton, a 54% free thrower. The 18-year-old senior bounces that one out. Michael Mines with it. And now the Steelmen will patiently work it around against the Rock Island zone.
O'Connell penetrated, but had the ball knocked away.
Lost it on the way up.
Milton lost it. Now it's Rory O'Connell the other way. Michael Mines for three. He's their best three-point shooter.
He shows you why.
And the Steelmen have their first lead of this game. Rocks try to work it inside, lose it again. Here's Joel House.
Oh, what a block.
Monte Jenkins putting on a show, his second block of the game. Almost saved it out of bounds.
What a block by Monte Jenkins.
Monte with his second block of the evening. 4:24 to play, second quarter. One of your network sponsors is All Sport.
Grandpa Chef, tell us how basketball used to be.
Well, the basket wasn't always 20 feet tall.
What about 100-yard courts?
Not even close.
What happened?
All Sport.
All Sport, unsurpassed taste, a third more carbs than Gatorade for energy. This is a body quencher.
After All Sport, the game was a breeze. Until they put in the moving basket.
All Sport, the game will never be the same.
While politicians try to reform healthcare, while too many students aren't getting the attention they deserve, Loyola is at work. While today's youth try to find their role in this world, while some talk about a committed cancer program, Loyola University Chicago, nationally recognized for education and healthcare, is making a difference. Loyola University Chicago, the experience at work.
The Ultimate March Madness Championship game coming up at halftime of our championship game, 58 Chicago Marshall against 72 Thornridge, and we will speak to the coach, Joe Passion will, at halftime of this game. Ron Ferguson, now athletic director at Bradley University. A lot of people think that team was the best ever in Illinois State high school history. Quinn Buckner and our buddy Mike Bonzik on that one. We will see who wins coming up at halftime again of the championship game.
Of course, we didn't have a chance to see the 58 Marshall team, but I hear that was a pretty good team. But we know that 72 team is outstanding, and Joel House tried to save the ball, but he just couldn't do it. And the Rocks will get possession.
They have a 1-point lead. Rory O'Connell checks back in for Joliet. He replaces Michael Mines.
I haven't seen any mascots for Rock Island, but I would love to see a rock as a mascot. You know, dress somebody up like a rock. I would love to see that.
Well, you know, pet rocks were all the craze in the, was that the 70s or the 80s? I don't remember.
Definitely not the 80s. I don't remember the 70s.
Oh, come on.
I don't.
Pete Michael, and it'll be John Ford whistled for the foul.
Ford got there just a hair late to establish position. Called with the block.
Joliet fouls 42.
You know, there's a lot of people who don't remember the 70s for various and sundry reasons.
I wasn't born.
Pete Michael at the line, 17 points a game. And let's check in with Joe Passion.
The hairy incident of haircuts, the story continues.
No.
From the Joliet bench. Yes, 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 ladies and gentlemen. You may notice a number of the Joliet players are without hair, and there's a reason for that. Last night, Gary, don't get scissors close to my hands, Bell, shave the heads of any volunteers, starting out with Oku Satcher and Eric Walton. And Eric Walton tells me that a lot of the players really like the look. Eric Brewer is one who refused to have his goatee cut, however, and I did take a consensus of the Joliet cheerleaders, and it's about 3-1 against. But they say they like it for the tournament, and they hope they'll grow them back. That's from the female end of it. Remember, this is the 90s. We take both sides of the coin on this telecast. Back to you two.
Okay, Joe, and we'll be back with the Joe Passion Show in about a minute or two.
Dash and Joe Passion report on fashion.
You know, I love the name. It's a good thing the trainer wasn't around Gary Bell yesterday. I would hate to see what she would look like with Bell shaving her head off. Or her hair off.
Her head. Boy, her hair. Would really be nasty. Corey Jenkins. 22-17 rocks.
Offensive
and a charge.
See, House jumped up in the air and he was in no man's land. Boy, you know, if he could just pull up and stop. If he stopped like right here, maybe pass that underneath, but he's in no man's land, out of control. He's going to get called for the offensive foul every time. No question about it.
Heard of the barber of Seville. That was the barber of Joliet. We had a shot of Gary Bell over on the sideline. Corey Jenkins back in for Joliet. No, I'm sorry. Chip Bates for Joliet. Got my 44s mixed up. They are guarding each other right now. 2:25 to go, second quarter. Rock Island a 5-point lead. Inside, Michael to the hoop. They'll give it to him and he'll go to the line.
One thing's for sure, Michael has come to play tonight.
Counts the basket by 30. Michael charged that foul with number 11. Rory O'Connell his first.
Here it is again, his entry pass. Michael goes to the floor and he goes up with authority as he's fouled by O'Connell.
Pete Michael, All-State honorable mention on the Associated Press team, misses the free throw, and it remains 24-17. Joliet answers.
Joliet basket by number 5, Dwayne Edmonds.
Edmonds with his first basket. It's a 5-point Rock Island lead as we approach the 2-minute mark in the second quarter.
Nice fake, nice move.
Monte Jenkins off the glass. He's fouled and he'll go to the line. Monte Jenkins named to the IBCA first team All-State yesterday. The basketball coaches picking the 6'5" senior from Rock Island.
I don't think he's committed yet, has he, to a college?
Not that I'm aware of.
So I'm sure there's some college recruiters in the crowd tonight that would just love to have Monte Jenkins attend their school. First team All-Stater. He has shown tonight and throughout this entire tournament that he is definitely a Division I basketball player.
Rolls out the second one. He has 5 points. And it's a 6-point Rock Island lead. Michael Mines for 3. He's hit 2 from out there. Give him 8 points. And the Steelmen back within 3. But Monte answers.
3 for 3.
3-point field goal, 23, Monte Jenkins.
Here we go again.
Uh-oh.
3-point field goal by 23, Michael Mines.
Mines now has 11. He's lighting it up.
How about another 3?
How about an alley-oop?
Oh. Jenkins. 10 points for Jenkins.
Oh, in and out. Follow, though. Won't go for Bates. And good defense by the Steelmen. Under a minute now, second quarter. Good follow by Bates, and he's fouled underneath by Corey Jenkins.
You have to give these guys credit. They are really playing hard.
I know, you cannot tell that this is not for a state championship.
Oh,
now,
my
can you?
goodness. These guys have come out here. They are really playing hard.
John Ford back in. He replaces Oku Satcher. Simon Vesey comes back in for the Rocks.
Turn for Rock Island.
Brad Wilson's back in there also.
Chip Bates shoots 2.
Bates goes to the line, 55% free thrower. He had 8 rebounds this afternoon against Manual. And this is the first free throw. Peoria Manual. Harvey Thornton coming up next in the championship game. Bates misses them both. A couple of rookie coaches will square off in that one, and we are checking to see if it's not the first time that's happened in the state championship game.
2 rookie coaches in the state championship. I tell you what, that has to be very unusual.
Rocky Hill and Wayne McLean will square off about an hour or so.
Joliet holding for the last shot. They'll get in it, I would say right about now at 10.
Michael Mines, good three-point shooter, hit 2 in a row. Goes in the lane instead. Ford with it, the left-hander hits it, beats the buzzer, and gets the Steelmen within 3 as we go to halftime.
It's Rock Island 30 and Joliet.
Well, the Steelmen were down by as many as 7 at one point.
The Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Class AA.
But they have fought back to within 3 at halftime. Well, let's go to Joe Passion.
All right, with Coach Duncan Reed. Coach, down by 3. Team playing a little bit more to your expectations, or excuse me, up by 3. Team like to change the scores. Well, not yet, Coach. I know they've had some close ones here. How would you like to see them particularly improve on the second half?
Well, I think both teams are tired, and that shows on the mistakes of the dribbling and the ball handling. But our kids are they're playing all right. This should be a fun game, back and forth.
All right, Coach.
Just hope to win it.
Have a great second half, Duncan. Thank you very much. Duncan Reed, the Rock Island coach. The Rocks are in the locker room up by 3, and we will be back with more of our halftime festivities here from America's Original March Madness in Assembly Hall, and we will be back after these messages from one of our network sponsors, the Dairy Farm Families of Illinois and Wisconsin.
The average commercial break can last up to 4 minutes. Just thought you'd like to know. Ice cold milk. Help yourself.
Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen. Let's go out to the kitchen and have ourselves a snack.
Ice cold milk. Help yourself.
Know why the Ford Escort Sport is such a cool car?
Cast aluminum wheels and the rear spoiler.
I like the safety of standard dual airbags.
Just take a look under the hood. It's got all the pep I need.
It's a cassette stereo, air conditioning, and a lot of other neat stuff.
Hey, even the insurance is affordable.
And my Ford dealer made Escort easy to own.
See your Ford dealer and save over $1,300 on an Escort Sport. That's big savings on America's #1 selling small car.
See your Ford dealer and get in on the fun with a new Escort Sport.
I really miss having my folks around. Their friendship.
Boy, he's huge.
And their support.
Yeah, you know, it seems like just yesterday we were talking about their life insurance.
Yeah, about how it could be used for their retirement.
So where are they this month?
Alaska.
That's great.
Country companies. It's nice to know when it matters most, the country's behind you.
I guess you can still benefit from life insurance, even when you're very much alive.
Rock Island in the locker room with a 3-point lead here in our halftime of the consolation game of the boys Class AA basketball finals tournament. And we'll, of course, have the championship game later on. But first, we want to introduce you to the IBCA All-Staters, the All-Stars. And let's check in with our PA announcer, Steve Adams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the Assembly Hall floor. It is the pleasure of the Illinois High School Association to present members of the 1995 Illinois Basketball Coaches Association Class AA Boys All-State Basketball Team. Representing the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association and presenting certificates to the All-Staters is IBCA President Duncan Reed, the basketball coach at Rock Island High School. Also assisting is the All-State Chairman Steve Simons, the basketball coach at Charleston High School. And here they are. First, a 6'5" senior forward from Joliet Township High School, Gary Bell. A 6-foot senior guard from Peoria Manual, Willie Coleman. 6'4" senior forward from Harvey Thornton, Ty Streets. A 6'5" senior forward from Rock Island High School, Monte Jenkins. 6'5" junior forward from Peoria Richwoods, Mike Robinson. A 6'6" senior center from Pekin, Matt Moran. And a 6-foot junior guard from Peoria Central, A.J. Guyton. Ladies and gentlemen, other members of the first team unable to be here.
And we will be back with more of our halftime festivities here from Assembly Hall. We're at the half of our consolation game. Rock Island up by 3, and we'll be back after these local messages.
A 6-foot senior guard from Glenbrook North Village.
Camaro Z28. This should help Bruner behind you.
Not all artists paint. Write. Or play musical instruments. Zenith televisions. With colors more vivid and images more realistic than ever before. Zenith. The quality goes in before the name goes on.
We're back live at Assembly Hall, halftime of our consolation game. The Rocks up by 3 here at the break, and I am joined by a young lady who's been very active all this year. She's the 1995 Illinois Dairy Ambassador, Cheryl Greenwald, native of West Chicago, is a senior here in food science at the University of Illinois. And I guess you've had a lot of fun walking around the state and really bringing more of an awareness to people about how good dairy products are for you. How do you go about getting that message across?
Well, actually, I have a couple friends here that you asked about, the Moose Brothers.
Oh, that's right. We're going to bring the Moose Brothers on here now. If we'll focus over here to our left. These are the Moose Brothers. Now, today they got their harmonicas, but they did bring their voice. And tell us how the Moose Brothers bring this awareness out, Cheryl.
Well, the Moose Brothers and I travel the state of Illinois, visiting with children and families, reminding them that dairy products not only are good for you, but taste great too. And we have a lot of fun with them here.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, you're already turning the crowd on here as I could watch them around the Assembly Hall. Tell me a little bit about the dairy products. There are some new ones coming out in the market that are available in the stores. What are those?
Well, there's a variety of dairy products for everybody's taste and personal preference. Some of the newer products out there are flavored milks. They've got banana milk and strawberry milk, and there's some new yogurt snacks for children out there as well.
You know, it seems like every day you pick up a newspaper, Cheryl, and something else is cancerous, something else isn't as good for you as everyone has said it always was. Dairy products seem to always overcome that, don't they?
That's right. Dairy products are the best source of calcium as well as a complete source of protein and other vitamins and minerals. And you should at least get 2 to 3 servings of dairy products a day.
And what is your favorite dairy product?
My favorite dairy product is ice cream by far. I love shakes, and the American Dairy Association of Illinois has lots of great recipes for shakes and other dairy products, and we can get those recipes. You can write the American Dairy Association of Illinois at their address, 1 West Front Street in El Paso, Illinois. The zip is 61738, or you can call their number, which is area code 309-527-4095.
Okay, and that's the number that's on our screen. Quickly, your favorite flavor?
Strawberry.
Okay. Guys, thanks very much, and make sure you park it outside, all right? We've been seeing them all night long. Cheryl, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheryl Greenwald, our 1995 Dairy Ambassador of Illinois, and her buddies, the Moose Brothers. Now, earlier today, we had a chance to talk more about the ultimate March Madness with a former Thornridge coach, Ron Ferguson, the great Hall of Famer, and also with Jerry Schnee, former reporter at the Chicago Tribune Sports section, to talk about the great teams of yesteryear. If we were to preview this great game, Marshall against Thornridge, I guess it's best to bring in two people that would know those teams very well. First off, the coach from those Thornridge teams, Ron Ferguson, and someone that covered those teams back in his sports writing days with the Chicago Tribune, Jerry Schnee, still writing for the Tribune. But still, I know you're not that old. We're not going to kid you.
I didn't quite cover Marshall in 58 and 60, but I think it's going to be a great game because Marshall, like George Wilson, MC Thompson, who would be matched up against Boyd Batts and Quinn Buckner, and that would be, I would think, two one-on-ones for the ages in the state of Illinois. And both have great supporting casts, and both won 2 state championships. Marshall did it in 58, lost in the Super Sectionals in 60, at 59, and won again in 1960. And of course, everyone knows what Thornridge and Ron Ferguson, his coach, did.
Well, Ron, you had great athletes, but Marshall, 20 years maybe ahead of its time.
No question about it, Joe. And I think our problem with Marshall is going to be their size advantage they have on us. And we're going to have to get some mileage out of the press, or we're going to have a difficult time coping with Marshall. But I think our quickness and our press and our defense has got to pay off, or else we're going to have a lot of trouble.
Now, would the advanced coaching techniques of your time maybe help in that press and the defense against such a talented team like Wilson's Marshall team?
I don't know. I thought Marshall in their days was as good as any team, any place like that. I think Coach Solario was as good a coach, and I think he was ahead of his time also. So I don't think that's going to be. I think it's just going to be a great basketball game, and whoever makes the least number of mistakes and whoever shoots the best is going to win the game.
Okay, Ron, thank you very much. Good to see you again, looking so great. And Jerry, you always look great. Thank you for both of us for being here. We will be back with more right after these local messages from Assembly Hall.
It's official. Michael Jordan will be wearing the Bulls uniform again tonight in the Sports Channel Report. We'll have the reaction of Phil Jackson and others, plus scores and highlights from round 2 of the NCAA tournament.
Now, a few words. The music of Boston has a history as rich as the city. From Jonathan Richman, the Cars, and Aerosmith, to bands like the Lemonheads, Morphine, and the Pixies, Catch Buffalo Tom at the Paradise, or Juliana Hatfield at the Avalon. One Night on Lansdowne proves that Plymouth's not the only rock in Boston. But if you can't afford the ticket, fly into Best Buy, and most CDs are $11.99 or less. Get Hootie and the Blowfish Factory review for just $10.88. Some places are known for great music.
Continental Cablevision is proud to offer you these great movies this month on pay-per-view. We're even prouder to guarantee that the easiest way you can rent and see a movie at home is by using pay-per-view. Just order any movie this month. Then, if you don't agree that pay-per-view is the easiest way to rent and watch a movie, we'll give your money back. Guaranteed.
Sports Channel, what fans want.
We're just about to start the half, so Mike, real quickly, how do you catch up?
Going to cut down our turnovers big time. Take care of the ball, make some layups, keep them off the boards, just play hard basketball.
All right, go get them, Coach. Mike O'Connell, his team trails by 3. Back now over to center court to Kenny McReynolds and Lee Hall.
All right, Joe, thank you. 30-27. We'll be back at the Assembly Hall in just a minute.
While politicians try to reform health care, while too many students aren't getting the attention they deserve, Loyola is at work. While today's youth try to find their role in this world, while some talk about a committed cancer program, Loyola University Chicago, nationally recognized for education and healthcare, is making a difference. Loyola University Chicago, the experience at work.
You play the lotto to win.
You come to us to lose, and at the professional weight clinics, you can lose it all and become a big winner. The professional weight clinics are here to assist you in becoming a healthy eater, help you lose weight, and keep it off. With our personalized weight loss plan, you'll be under the direct supervision of a licensed doctor and trained medical personnel. We're Illinois' longest licensed weight control center, and our results tell you why. Call us at 266-0052 now.
And welcome back to the Assembly Hall. Michael Mines just hit a 3 for Joliet to tie the game, and Michael answers for Rock Island. He has 10. Michael Mines is heating it up.
With the 3.
That's 5 of them, and that ties Ivan Watson, I believe, for high in the tournament. Peoria Manual Guard had 5 against Percy. Elston short on his 3-point attempt. Steelman a 1-point lead. Mines again. Oh, you bet.
Showtime.
3 in a row here in the second half. Michael Mines giving us some excitement. 6 for 8 from beyond the arc tonight.
Hey, is he eligible for the 3-point contest?
I'm afraid not. Too bad. They ought to let him stay out there, though. Michael now has 12.
Find Mines, see if he can do it again. There he is. Can he do it? Oh.
Nope.
Okay, well, now let's go back to the regular game, boys.
Michael Mines 42% from beyond the arc in the season during the regular season. Monte Jenkins, and Michael Mines was laughing on the way back. Air ball that time.
Jenkins stops to pop for 3. Nobody wants to
Jenkins with 3.
A 3-point shootout.
Playing for third place, and the threes are wild here in the third quarter.
Why not take it?
Rory O'Connell.
Well, I guess that's why John Ford is on the floor and I'm over here. I would have taken that 3-pointer, but he was smart. He gave it to Rory O'Connell, who drives the lane to get the sure to.
Rory, a nice athletic move. He only averages 4 points a game. Mines has now tied the AA record for threes in the Elite 8 with 6 in one game. It's held by 6 other players. He's got all kinds of time to break that. O'Connell hit the free throw for the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Look at that hustle by Joliet.
Michael Mines' uncle Barney played for Bradley, and there's a lot of good basketball blood in that family.
Well, he played at Providence Analytics too, didn't he, with Walter Downey?
I think Barney's from Joliet. I don't know where he played his high school ball.
I think he played at Providence with Walter Downey. Gary Bell hasn't been on the scoreboard yet, but he gets on in a big way. Nice, beautiful move with the scooping layup by Gary Bell.
22 points a game. That's his first bucket. Here comes Joliet. Here comes Gary Bell. Here comes L.T. Boyd.
Great defensive play by Boyd.
Bell maintains control, but misses the jumper, and now the foul will go against the star of the first half, Andy Milton. He only scored 2 points, but our haircut updates kept him at the center of attention. We got a timeout. Joliet, a 1-point lead, 4:25 to go third quarter. One of your network sponsors is Ford.
Attention please with the owner of the Blue Buick Park Avenue, Indiana.
Hey, another Taurus from your Ford dealer?
Not just another Taurus, it's a new Taurus SE. It drives even better than before.
Yeah?
It's got a standard V6, a new interior with sport bucket seats, special wheels,
and a spoiler. I'm impressed.
And now save $1,655 on a new Taurus SE loaded with all these features and more. That's big savings on the #1 selling car in America.
Looks like you need to see a Ford dealer.
Can I get a ride?
Test drive the new Ford Taurus SE at your local Ford dealer today.
Another day begins in Europe. And as it does, American Airlines will touch down in 11 European cities in 9 different countries. So whether it's business or pleasure that brings you to Europe, fly the airline that can have you there as early as tomorrow morning. American Airlines, something special to Europe.
At the Assembly Hall, Lee Hall, Kenny McReynolds, Rock Island shooting almost 58%, Joliet 43%. Here's the three-point shooting. Rock Island has now tied the team record for three-pointers in a tournament with 22. Barney Mines has tied the single game record individually with 6.
The Rock's in his own defense. Swing the ball, get good movement. Somebody needs to rotate. Bring it to the top of the key, start it over. Swing, cut through. Nope, bring it back. Swing it. There you go. Somebody has to move, now cut through. There you go, House. Now he needs to just rotate around.
Good weak side rebound by House.
Not that difficult when you move.
Three-point Joliet lead. Gary Bell coming up with the loose ball. Gives to House, gives back to Bell. 35. And the foul before the shot.
Nice 2-on-1 break by the Steelman.
Rock Island foul 35. Luke Woods, that's his first.
Luke Woods picks up the foul for Rock Island. The Joliet ball out of bounds. Steelman a three-point lead. 2 straight trips to state since the consolidation. Bell, the three-pointer, no good. He has not made the outside shot in this tournament. Three minutes to play, third quarter. 43-40, Joliet leading Rock Island. Steelman rated 3rd in the last poll. Rock Island rated 8th.
Oh, nice hold by Woods.
Did he get away with a walk?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
But he missed the layup, so no harm, no foul.
Now the Rocks go back into a man-to-man.
Pretty nice sized crowd is starting to pile in here.
I think the attendance has been very good. There's been some talk about perhaps the tournament moving from the Assembly Hall. Normal and Peoria are both making bids to try and get the tournament.
Number 23, Michael Mines.
Well, I think the turnout during this weekend will help keep the tournament right here in Champaign.
Well, there's a lot to be said for tradition.
It's a great tournament, no matter where they play it. It is absolutely outstanding.
Wilson, the jumper. Yeah, if you've never been to it, I really recommend that you come and check it out because it's a lot of fun.
Oh, a little pushy. Oh, a little push underneath by
Bates.
Chip Bates.
Chip Bates with a foul, his first.
Chip Bates, that's his second.
Check that, his second.
Steelman, no shot.
Ooh. Gary Bell's going to Notre Dame, but I thought he was going to play basketball. He might make a pretty good linebacker himself.
Well,
Remember, he was an All-American linebacker before he gave up football to concentrate on basketball. That's 4 fouls on Gary Bell. And when you run into Gary Bell, you have run into a load.
Joel House and Gary Bell are out. Out of bounds, Rock Island.
Frustration showing on Gary Bell's face. 2 points, 4 fouls in this third place game. Pete Michael, 14 points.
32, Pete Michael.
And Rock Island back to a 1-point lead. 1:30 to play, third quarter. Michael Mines with it. He has 20 points. And here comes Michael. Oh,
couldn't quite get it.
Not enough left in those legs, maybe. It's been a long day. It's been a long couple days for these teams.
Nice steal, but Wood ran into his own man.
Foul goes against Dwayne Edmonds of Joliet.
Dwayne Edmonds. That's his first. That's 4.
Great steal by Wood, but he ran into his own man, then he was fouled.
6-0 run by the Rocks has given them the lead with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Oku Satcher whistles for the foul. That's his third. He is going to be a linebacker for Illinois this fall.
His third. 5 team fouls in Joliet.
Inside, Corey Jenkins, the miss, followed it, couldn't get it to go. Joliet has the ball for the final seconds of the third quarter. Inside, Satcher off the glass, won't go, but he's fouled by Corey Jenkins.
Satcher, when he gets down low, is so big and strong. I'm surprised they don't run more plays with him down low on the block. Because if he spreads out, you can't get around him. Then he'll get the ball down low, and he's so strong, make a strong move. He should be able to clear the way right to the back.
6'3", 225 senior. You know he'll just get bigger
as he plays football.
Yeah, you bet.
14,
He can carry on that great tradition of Illini linebackers.
And he wants to walk on the basketball team.
Michael, Joel House back in for Joliet. He replaces Chip Bates.
Well, he looks like a linebacker.
He really does.
Unfortunately, he shoots free throws like a linebacker.
Well, a lot of football players are so strong, they don't have that soft touch.
Yeah.
Although, of course, in the next game, we'll see Ty Streets, who does have a nice soft touch for a football player.
He's got good hands. He's a wide receiver. Taman VC will pull it back out with time running out here in the third quarter.
Oh, look at Wood wide open underneath the basket.
Ford with it, but they won't get a shot off. So it's a 3-point Rock Island lead after 3. 8 minutes to play in this third place game. We will return to the Assembly Hall after these local messages.
The Chicago-style bungalow was originally designed to house families in a stylish yet affordable manner. This is not unlike the totally redesigned Chevrolet Lumina LS. The bungalow features stained glass windows, a Spanish tile roof, and distinctive arches. The all-new Lumina LS, on the other hand, sports dual airbags, 4-wheel ABS, distinctive new styling, and more interior room than Camry or Accord, though it still fits quite nicely in your garage.
Violence on the streets. A growing problem that has no solution.
start the fourth quarter. Rock Island's possession.
And welcome back to the Assembly Hall. Fourth quarter action underway. Rock Island leads Joliet 46-43, 48-43. Monte Jenkins, he now has 18.
He's come to play tonight. Nice lob, slam dunk.
Averages 17 a game. Now the Rocks steal it away. LT Boyd will bring it back out. Five-point Rock Island lead. They led by 7 in the first half. Elston, no good. With the first 2 buckets of the game, but misses that time. And it's Joliet ball with 7:08 to play in the fourth quarter.
And Gary Bell is coming back.
Gary Bell is back in the lineup.
The last quarter of his career.
Coach Reed sporting the Snoopy tie tonight.
I love the expression on his face at halftime.
when Joe told him they were down by 3.
But he meant he was up by 3. He looked like he changed the score.
Joel House, no good. And the foul on O'Connell. Yeah, he wasn't going to let old Joe get away with anything, was he?
Not that time.
You think he doesn't care about the third place game? Huh?
These guys are playing hard. These kids have really come out and played hard.
Duncan Reed making his 6th trip to the Elite 8. Has 2 fourth-place finishes to show for it.
Offensive foul.
And a charge that time. O'Connell got the call that time around, but he paid for it, hitting the floor hard.
Player control foul 34.
And here's what happened earlier today. Joliet down 2 against Peoria Manual. Michael Mines with a shot to win. It didn't go. And the defending state champs move on to the championship game. In game 2, it was Josh Elson for Rock Island, in and out and in, and that shot broke hearts all across the Quad Cities. Rock Island trying to make their first championship game. They didn't. And that's not a look at nice championship game. It will be Norton and Peoria Manual. That should be a dandy. Dan Ronan and Kenny will have that one coming up for you next. And I'll be sitting right behind you watching every minute of it. Brandon Hughes, the star of last year's championship game, was just here. Talking to him in between one of the breaks. There's a look at it.
There you go.
Brandon Hughes hit the free throws that won it last year for Manual. He says he'd like to be out there again tonight. I bet he would.
I remember last year when he ripped his shirt off.
Yeah. So do a lot of people. Gave us the Superman pose.
He replaces Corey.
Playing junior college ball, and you can bet there are a lot of Division I coaches looking at him.
You better believe it.
Outstanding player.
I think he's potentially an NBA player.
Do you?
Yeah, he has NBA potential.
Michael has 18, and now it's a 7-point lead for the Rocks. That matches their biggest of the game. Look at Monte Jenkins. Oh, he got called for a foul. Oh, man, I guess. I thought you had it too, Monte.
Do you disagree, Mr. Lee?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. I wasn't down there.
Bell goes up.
Oh!
Gary Bell is at the line for Joliet. 2 shots.
Well, what do you think he thinks?
Well, when you wear number 23, you usually get a break or 2.
He has 3 blocks on the game. Bell rolls in the free throw. Mike O'Connell said it. Gary Bell has taken our program to another level. Here's what they've done with Bell in the lineup, a 4-year starter. 102 wins, 4 conference titles, 4 regional titles, 2 sectionals, 2 super sectionals, and a trophy tonight. Not bad.
Not bad. And I'm sure John McLeod is hoping that he does the same thing for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
My Irish could use a lift, couldn't they?
I think Gary Bell will be a good shot to the arm once, now that Notre Dame is going to play in the Big East.
Their freshman recruiting class, I believe, was ranked tops in the country.
Really?
I think I read they were one of the best in the country, if not the top. Read that in the paper today. And that's one reason Gary Bell wanted to go there, I think, was to be part of the rebuilding, part of the...
And he committed last year, but he really wanted to go.
He went to a Notre Dame football game, said he fell in love immediately. Of course, that's a great recruiting tool.
Yeah, not many people don't go to Notre Dame football games and fall in love. Did you go to Notre Dame?
I did not. I went to Peoria Spalding High School, though, and you know, we were Irish, and so that kind of just carried over.
You know, I had a chance to go, and I didn't. It shows how smart I was.
Good friend of mine went to school there as Joel House gets it wide open underneath and scores. Peoria Manuel will play in the next game. Jameer Jackson, who was an all-stater for the Rams, played for Digger Phelps at Notre Dame, got himself a degree. 51-47 our score. Elston no good.
Here they come.
Joel House. Here come the Steelmen.
Now what I think they need to do is maybe put a little pressure on the basketball and try to double team and then get some traps. They're only down by 2.
5 minutes to play regulation. Rock Island led by 7. It's now down to 2. Joliet's picked up the pressure a little bit here. Monte Jenkins got away with an elbow, and now a foul called against House.
He gives the official a little pat and good call as the Steelmen tried to double team the basketball and come up with the steal.
23, Monte Jenkins at the line.
Here come the Steelmen. Boy, they really going to hit you quickly. They like to run and gun, get down the floor. Nice rebound, outlet pass, and House with the layup.
House now with 4 personal fouls and 14 points. Monte Jenkins at the line.
You know, not only has House improved his basketball game since he found out he needed glasses, I also understand he's become a much better student also once they found out he needed glasses.
He gives the Rocks a 4-point lead. One of your network sponsors is Ford.
Your Ford dealer's earned the right to be called the Truck Authority. And he doesn't take it lightly. After all, Ford F-Series has more repeat buyers than any truck in its class. Airbag and anti-lock brakes, standard. And enough pulling power to blow the competition right off the road. No wonder it's America's #1 truck, 18 years straight.
Now save $1,600 on a well-equipped F-Series pickup. Plus get factory air conditioning at no extra charge.
When you're the Truck Authority, it carries a lot of weight. See your local Ford dealer now.
Good song. Great song.
You can make mountains ring. Oh,
Welcome back to the Assembly Hall. Our third place game, Lee Hall, Kenny McReynolds. 4:52 to play in the fourth. Rock Island, a 4-point lead. Here comes Joliet. They've picked up the pace here in the fourth.
Oh, what a rebound.
And the travel on Michael Mines.
Boy, what a rebound by Chip Bates, but he couldn't control the basketball, then Mines with the travel.
4:40 left. Monte Jenkins having a great ball game. He has 20. And now the foul will go against Dwayne Edmonds. Let's go to Joe Passion.
Well, guys, we've talked about the O'Connell retirement that is going to be taking place following this game, and talking with his wife, Tina. And there you get a good look at Tina sitting up in the upper area with all the relatives, all the O'Connell families out there. They survived St. Patty's Day and this weekend. That says a lot about them. And because Rory, of course, a senior, he's going to be stepping down from his high school basketball playing. But one thing about Mike, he goes back to work again. He remains Dean of Students at Joliet Township High School. He will not continue coaching, but Tina does admit one thing they will finally get a chance to do is spend Christmas together as a family, something they really haven't been able to do in over 14 years because of all the years that Mike has coached. And he's really looking forward to being able to spend more time with his family. Rory will go on to play college, and his daughter also plays at South Carolina, so they hope to do some traveling to watch their other kids playing instead of coaching them.
That's great, Joe. There's nothing like spending some time with family. What a great job Michael O'Connell has done with the Stillman of Joliet.
Outstanding. He was at Joliet East for 2 years, at Joliet West for 10 years, and now the head coach of Joliet Township the last couple of years, as we have a whistle inside. Rock Island now a 55-49 lead.
For Rock Island, 34, LT Boyd is back in the game. For Joliet, number 11, Rory O'Connell returns.
Mike O'Connell, 59 and 4 in 2 years at Joliet Township.
Now, Michael Mines took a shot to the mouth. He's on the bench. But look at his mouth. It looks like he's bleeding. That's why he had to come out.
For the Rocks, number 33, Josh Elston replaces Andy Melton.
The DeKalb Scholar Athlete brought to you by DeKalb Genetics and your local DeKalb dealer. Coming up at the end of this ball game, Michael misses the second one. He has 21 points now to lead the Rocks. And they have the ball now in a 7-point lead. LT Boyd, the jumper, no good. Elston, the rebound.
Whoa, little
tough call there.
Huh?
And Josh Elston, who was fouled there, is our DeKalb Scholar Athlete. A 3.28 grade point average. 4 years of varsity basketball, 4 years varsity baseball. He's a DARE role model. Tutors adolescent children. And will major in business.
Replaces Joel House for the Steelman. Josh Elston shoots free throw.
As Joel House fouls out, Gary Bell is out.
Timeout, Rock Island.
We are out. Rock Island takes a timeout. 3:11, but we're going to stay here. 3:11 to go. Fourth quarter. Rock Island a 56-49 lead, trying to finish best ever under Duncan Reed. He's got 4, make that 2 fourth-place finishes to show for 4 trips down here with Rock Island.
Well, third-place finish is outstanding, I think, in the state of Illinois.
Oh.
You know, if you get down to Champaign, you've done a great job.
If you get to the Sweet 16, I think, too.
Sweet 16. Especially, though, when you get down to the Elite 8.
Definitely. Duncan Reed. 6 trips to the Sweet, make that 5 trips to the Sweet 16. The Elite 8, he went to the Elite 8 in 1973 as head coach of Lincoln. Lost to Lockport. Made it here with Rock Island in 84 and lost to Simeon. Made it here in 88, lost to St. Francis de Sales in overtime in the semifinals, and then lost to Manual to finish 4th. 89, they finished 4th, got knocked out by Peoria Central.
3, Josh Elston to the free throw line for Rock Island.
in the semifinals. Made it here in '91, lost to Manuel. And this is his 5th trip here. So 4th place, the best he's done. And let's pause now for station identification on the IHSA network.
He replaces John Ford.
Free throw is good.
And Gary Bell is back in. That was a real quick rest.
Wilson is back in for Rock Island.
Steelmen now down by 9. They cut it to 2. But it's a 7-0 run for the Rocks with 3 minutes to go in this 3rd place game. Peoria Manuel and Harvey Thornton coming up next for the championship. Gary Bell with just his 2nd field goal of the night.
He's not done with his high school career yet. What do you play Bell in college? At a 3? He's only 6'5",
yeah,
but
I think you have to, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Mountain Dew player of the game, Monte Jenkins with 20 points, 3 3-pointers, and how many blocks does he have? He had 3 blocks at last check.
Pete Michael is at the line for
3 block shots.
3 block shots, 7 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Michael's having a nice game as well. He has 22 to lead the Rocks in scoring. Michael with 23. Corey Jenkins checks in for Josh Elston. 2:39 to go. Championship game coming up next.
Looking for Bell down low. He gets it. He's fouled by Michael. All Rock Island has to do now, Lee, is just play smart basketball, and they'll take home that 3rd place trophy.
Gary Bell to the line for Joliet. 2 shots.
And that'll be nice for Duncan Reed. As we mentioned, that'll be his best finish in Champaign. 5 tries down here.
Imagine that trophy case at Rock Island getting a little bit crowded with all the hardware from down here in Champaign.
Gary Bell at the line. Missed, but Joliet comes up with it. Michael Mines up. No good, but he's fouled. If that's against Michael, that's his 5th.
That's 6 offensive rebounds for Michael Mines.
Foul was on Jenkins.
Michael Mines is listed at 5'11" in the program.
This is Michael
He has 6 offensive rebounds.
2 shots.
He needs to step back about 4 or 5 feet, get behind that white line.
Well, that's allowed.
There was a kid that played for Tulsa University a few years ago that did that. He stepped back. He was at the back. He had his feet almost on the 3-point line. He stepped back so far.
Didn't Wilt Chamberlain do that also?
I don't remember Wilt Chamberlain.
I don't think he was that far back, but he wasn't at the strike. I've seen some old film.
Yeah, 60-52. Rock Island the lead, 2:10 to play. The battle for I-80. Come on, BC off the glass, won't go, but he'll go to the line. Got all kinds of fun coming your way tonight.
There's 5 fouls on Chip Bates.
Chip Bates fouls out with 2 points.
With this being Michael O'Connell's last game, I wonder if his players would give him the old Gatorade shower. Or the all-sport shower.
Don't you, sir? Thank you.
Yes, I do. The old all-sport shower. Yeah, I bet they're not thinking about this being the coach's last game. Maybe we should send Joe to the bench to tell the guys at the end of the bench that they should dump the all-sport.
Or maybe they could just give him a quick haircut.
Oh, that would be a great way to go out.
Where's the Clippers? BC hits the second one, and it's a 9-point Rock Island lead. 2 minutes to play, fourth quarter of this third-place game. Peoria Manual taking on a team from my father's old stomping grounds, Harvey Thornton.
Well, I tell you what, Lee, you can't say enough about how hard each team has come out and played in this Constellation Championship game. After each team came within a bucket of being in the championship game, each team has come out and really played hard. They came so close.
To quote Maxwell Smart, missed it by that much. Here's our American Dairy Play of the Game, brought to you by the Dairy Farm families of Wisconsin and Illinois. Milk, help yourself. And that's what Monte Jenkins does here.
Helped himself for a nice slam dunk.
Yes, he did. He's our player of the game as well, 20 points for the Rocks. A minute 47 to play, and we're going to keep it right here. Take a look at the Rocks huddle.
They look like they will go home with the third place trophy. A great game coming up between Thornton and Peoria Manual.
How about the job Harvey Thornton and Rocky Hill have done down here, knocking off Farragut last night, winning this afternoon.
And after today's game, I was in the locker room, and he said he picked up a lot of his man-to-man pressure defense from UIC head basketball coach Bob Hallberg. And let's go to Joe Passion.
Well, we have seen some very interesting things happen over the last 3 weeks during the girls, the boys Class A tournament, and the AA tournament. One of them, however, happened to our cameraman, Ron Burek, and his wife, Jane, in Oak Park on March 12th. 6-pound, 11-ounce Anton Maxwell. Yes, Dad was working, and there's Dad still working. And remember, this is the same cameraman who took one in the lower midsection in the Class A tournament, but lived to high pitch about it. Back to center court to Kenny and Lee.
You know, I was in my living room back home in Peoria watching that last week.
I bet he sang soprano for a week.
Well, congratulations to them.
Baby boy.
Fine looking young man. 63-52 now.
Gary Bell.
Gary Bell showing you his athletic ability there.
Air ball.
On the way over here tonight, I ran into a lady who is from Peoria as the Steelmen missed that shot. From Peoria, her nephew plays for Thornton. I said, who are you going to root for? She said she hadn't made up her mind yet.
I guess she'll wait until the game's decided.
Yeah.
For Rock Island.
Foul on Michael Mines will send Taman Vesey to the line.
Taman Vesey is at the line for the Rocks, 1 and bonus.
Should be a good one coming up.
Ford was into the lane too early, but it didn't matter. Vesey hits.
Now I'm sure we'll probably get a couple of substitutions. You want to give everybody a chance to play on the assembly hall floor.
Michael Mines, a great ball game, checks out with 21 points. Into the
bar, his best game.
Excuse me, Paul Purcell into the ball game now for Joliet. Want to Try and mention all the guys who come in and give them a little pub back home in Joliet, Rock Island. Andy Milton in for Pete Michael.
And
Junior will be back.
He gets a big hand. 23 points for him.
Here's Purcell. Paul Purcell with the jumper right off the bench. And we are under a minute now in this third place game. It's the Slam Dunk Championship coming up. King of the Hill in the three-point shooting. Monte Jenkins.
Boy, he won't quit, will he? He will not quit.
Now this is his last high school game.
Called a timeout just to get some subs in. I'm not sure they'll take the whole timeout. Hey, look
There's Duncan Reed giving a hand to the folks who have driven over from the Quad Cities, and they've got a good crowd up there, all dressed in red.
Write that down. Duncan Reed smiles. Ah, she's smiling.
Yeah, she's had an up and down day, hasn't she, Mrs. Reed? In tears this afternoon, a heartbreaking loss for Rock Island, but she can be proud of her husband and his boys today. His lads will finish third in the state. And that's something to be proud of, definitely. 5 times to the Sweet 16 for Duncan Reed, 5 times to the Elite 8. This will be the first time that he will leave here with a win, though. He'll go out with a win. This time around, 2 fourth-place finishes, 1 in 88, 1 in 89.
We'll see the award ceremony for this game, the 3rd and 4th place between Joliet and Rock Island.
30 seconds to go.
Monte Jenkins gets a nice hand as he comes out.
Oh, look at the guys extending up on the bench so they can get a hand.
Michael Mines just set the record for three-pointers in a game with 7. 24 points for Michael Mines, and now into the ball game. One of the guys who went under the buzzsaw, Eric Brewer, number 52. Kevin Robb, number 50, in for the Steelmen. Michael Mines checks out for the last time. The senior, 24 points, and he just set the Elite 8 record with 7 three-pointers in a game. Look at that great effort by LT Boyd.
Look at that rebound by Jenkins.
You can feel the excitement in the air. It's beginning to build for our championship game coming up next. Peoria Manuel, Harvey Thornton.
It should be a great game before what will be a great crowd here in Champaign.
Peoria Manuel ranked 2nd in the state. They'll try to defend their state title. Into the ball game now for Rock Island, number 22, Mike King. Also in there, Larry Stevens, number 30, a 5'10 sophomore. Marlon White, number 11, 5'10 junior, getting a little PT here in the 3rd place game. Number 31, Matt Quinones comes in.
It's also in for the Rocks.
And Eric Walton, number 30 for Joliet Township, puts up the last shot of the game. It didn't go. And Duncan Reed gets his 3rd place trophy. 69-59 the final. And we send along our congratulations to both Mike O'Connell, his Joliet Township team, and Duncan Reed and the Rock Island Rocks. They can both be proud of their ball teams, really playing hard and giving it their all here in this 3rd place game.
Each team, to me, was just absolutely outstanding. They came out, they had to be tired. Each team played to within 1 bucket of going to the championship. They had tough games, and they both came out and played extremely well, extremely hard.
Gary Bell disappointed in his final game as a senior at Joliet Township. He will move on to to Notre Dame. Disappointed in a loss, but he can be proud of what his team accomplished this year. And the star for Rock Island tonight, Monte Jenkins, is with Joe Pash.
Monte had a huge game tonight, 22 points. And tell us a little bit about coming back off that emotional loss in the semifinal to get back up and stage a great game here today in the consolation.
Well, since we didn't win the game, Coach told us to come out here and play this game with our hearts, and that's what we did. We won this for the coaches and basically the team. And this is going down in the record books back in Rock Island because this is the first time Rocky's gotten the third place trophy.
That's right, and Coach has been down here before. He's had some great teams here, and yet you guys have come up with his biggest trophy of all. It's got to make you very proud. Tell me a little bit about how you guys were able to get Joliet off their shooting percentages. They really had troubles, and you guys gave it to them.
Well, we tried to, Gary Bell and number 23, we tried to stick them pretty good, and number 23, he could shoot the three real good. We backed off of the rest of the people, and that's what gave us the little edge.
Monte, congratulations to you and all your teammates and Coach Reed for a great finish here this year.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Monte Jenkins, our player of the game, and we will be back to Assembly Hall with more coverage of America's original March Madness. And we will be back after this word from our network sponsor, Mountain Dew.
I'm so proud of my grandson. He just did a raging 100-foot vertical.
Oh, that's nothing. My Daniel caught some wicked.
That's bogus. My Billy ripped a whitewater free fall.
Well, my Thomas does the do.
Oh! Nothing more intense than slamming Mountain Dew.
You must be very proud.
Mom, I got like 20 minutes to learn everything about the full system.
So, what the hurry?
Oh, someone coming over to work on a science project with me.
Oh, I see. Come with me.
At Untitled Chapter, we're developing technology that will provide you with instant access to a world of information.
And the celestial bodies.
You know, Saturn has 10 moons.
Really? How'd you get so smart, Jason?
I get it from my mom.
Attention, builders, remodelers, and interior designers. Lorenz Appliances of Country Club Hills wants to become part of your blueprint for success and savings. With 35 years of experience in the appliance business, this family-owned and operated outlet can be your key to savings on all built-in KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and Roper models. For the complete line on appliances, call today. Lorenz Appliances of Country Club Hills, 800-724-2300. They're not the biggest, just the best.
Back live at Assembly Hall, there's our final. Rock Island takes home the third place trophy. The Rocks winning over the Steelmen of Joliet Central by 10, 69-59. Welcome back. Joe Passion with you here in between games. The members of Pepsi-Cola and Mountain Dew presenting a check to David Fry, the Executive Director of the Illinois High School Association, for $2,500 as they continue with the Illinois Pepsi Bottlers' support of high school athletics in the state of Illinois. And it's been a lot of fun. Not only has their support made things possible for a lot of the kids, the parents, and all those active involved in athletics throughout the state of Illinois, but it's another aspect of the corporate sponsorship of high school sports in this state that are making things get bigger and better every year. Our thanks to Mountain Dew and the Pepsi Bottlers of Illinois. Now we will be getting ready for the Country Company's three-point showdown, King of the Hill final. And this will pit the Class A champion against the Class AA champion. There you see number 45 from Newark High School, Brian Hayberg, who is the Class A champion. He came through with 12 of 15 in the final round of the Class A bracket. The Class AA champion is from Crystal Lake Central High School, and he is Greg Moog, who has done a great job. You saw Greg there shaking hands with Brian. Brian takes a seat. and they will have an opportunity here to start putting up the long-range bombs for the country company's King of the Hill contest. Here's a good look at Greg Moog of Crystal Lake Central, and of course, analyzing the shots, as always, is Mr. Shot himself, Kenny McReynolds. Kenny?
Yeah, I get to analyze something I couldn't do.
Sometimes that might be the most objective look, Ken. And I don't know, you should underrate yourself, of course. Kenny, who's been a long-time recruiter and assistant coach, formerly at DePaul, is very involved in high school basketball throughout the state of Illinois, particularly in the Chicagoland area. May not have any knees left, but he's held on to his knowledge, and we can thank him for that.
Gee, thank you, Joe. I didn't know I had any knowledge. The way I jinxed the guy earlier today in the Class AA, the one I thought would win.
He's waiting for you in the tunnel.
I bet he is. I cost him probably a good trophy.
And certainly, one should remember 64 kids shot for the 4 final posts of each classification on Thursday night in the preliminaries here at Assembly Hall. And now it's for the King of the Hill and Crystal Lake Central, Greg Moog. Starts out very hot, Ken. He's really in the rhythm.
Right off the bat, Joe. He had the last couple spin out, but he was right on the mark as he hits his third one.
3 of his first 5, make that 4. 3 racks of 5 basketballs,
right on,
a 45-second clock.
He is right on the center target. He is going to be tough to beat tonight.
He's only missed 2.
He will be difficult to beat, Joe. He's on a roll.
Keeping those warm-up pants on, Kenny, I guess is him here.
Look at this one. That looks good.
And a tremendous performance on the part of AA champion Greg Moog of Crystal Lake Central. 11 of 15. And now it'll be up to the Class A champion, Brian Hedberg of Newark High School. He had 12 in his Class A final.
Well, he'll need 12 now. This is that first 2.
Always tough on the second shooter, Ken, especially when the first shooter, like Moog, is so high.
Yeah, I would always like to be the first one to shoot. Nice rhythm, though, Joe. He gets a lot of leg into the shot.
Both players really feeling a bit more comfortable, it appears, from the top of the key.
Oh, it's an easier shot. It's just straight on. You don't have the angle.
Continues to put him up from the far wing. He's getting hot on this last rack. And he gets him there. Very close, good, strong performance on the part of the Class A champion from Newark, Brian Hedberg. 8 of 15. But the King of the Hill, Country Company's 3-point showdown champion, Brown Greg Moog of Crystal Lake Central. He had 11 of 15, and what a great groove that Greg Moog got in. He is just a junior, a tremendous soccer player. Averaged only 5 points this year for Crystal Lake Central, but did a lot of other great things on the floor, including spotting up from the perimeter. Here's another look at that great form, Kenny.
Boy, look at this form, Joe. He started out so well. And this is his last rack. He finished extremely well. Boy, look at that nice form. And he just buried these shots. Nice follow through. He did a great job. He's our King of the Hill 3-point champion.